It's billed as the beer that's here to give you that sunny days out in the mountains feeling. Samuel Adams Alpine Lager, formerly Alpine Spring. It's a hazy, golden, and unfiltered Kellerbier. Now, Samuel Adams has released this beer as part of its spring seasonal series, introducing it back in 2012 under its original name. Now, owner Jim Cook decided to shelve it a couple years later in place of Cold Snap in their spring variety pack. However, by popular demand, it came back under the different name of Alpine Lager. Subtle change. So for malts, Samuel Adams 2-row pale malt blend. They use honey malt and wheat malt. Hop varieties, they use Tettnang, Tettnanger Noble hops and Mandarina hops. And it's available seasonally, January through March in 6-packs, 12-packs, or as part of their Game Day Beers variety pack. It comes into us at 5.5% alcohol by volume, 18 IBUs, and 186 calories. Not much of a story behind this beer. It does pair well, according to the Sam Adams website, with small plates such as spinach and artichoke dip, crab cakes, and chicken wings. The entrees, they recommend burgers, blackened fish, and breaded chicken. And for desserts, fruit pies, chocolate cake, and strudel, being German and all, right? Now, my review of this beer was not long ago at all. It was January 10th, 2021. And at that time, the beer had been listed on Beer Advocate as an American lager rather than a Kellerbier. I noted the thin head with a clean lagery smell. Taste-wise, I found it crisp with a little bit of a bite to it in the back. I liked it, I didn't love it, and I ended up giving it a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, not sure how much my opinion is going to change in 3 months. So my review, as I mentioned, was January 10th of 2021, and it's currently the night of April 4th, 2021, Easter night, as a matter of fact. So I've never, well, I don't want to say I've never done 2 reviews back-to-back this short period of time. I may have actually done a review of something recently that I had to do again for the Top 10's beer podcast. But I gave this a 7.5 out of 10 the first time, and I think I've had this beer probably once or twice maybe after that time. So let's see how Alpine Lager goes the second time around, review-wise. All right, so kind of seeing that golden pour that I mentioned about. This time, surprisingly, there's a nice fluffy head on this beer, isn't there? So I'm not really getting nothing. And it's not really dissipating that quickly, which is a little bit different than the style description of the Kellerbier. What is consistent with it is the cloudiness, the haziness, almost like a hazy IPA kind of look. Frothy head just is lingering on there. Interesting. Aroma-wise, yep, kind of getting that crisp, clean scent from this beer that I kind of remember the first time I did it. Again, does it smell like I'm skiing? No. I probably, to put me in the mind of skiing or winter, first of all, I don't ski, but I would probably want some pininess, maybe more like the piney West Coasty IPA. Not getting that from the scent, but it is a very crisp smelling beer. Let's see what else we got. Well, see what we got taste-wise, I should say. Yeah, this has a refreshing quality for sure. It is a good tasting beer. A little bit more of a malty backbone than your normal lager. So it's almost like a Lagerbach in a way, mixed with each other. But with that light, crispy, refreshing kind of lager taste that you would associate with the style. It's a decent beer. It's not that bad. It does not transport me to the mountains, as the label might say that it does. However, it's a decent taste. I do like it. So I'm going to stick with my score. I'm not really changing it. The only difference between last time and this time, I think, is the head is a lot more on, a lot more frothy, a lot more there. The retention is a lot more. I don't know what happened the last time. When I did the review of the style, I said, oh, well, you know, the Kellerbiers usually don't have much head on them. So I thought that was consistent with the style. This, to me, is not consistent with the style. So And I think this is probably a loosely categorized beer, to be quite honest. Loosely categorized as a Kellerbier. Sam Adams doesn't boast that it's a Kellerbier. They just boast that it's a lager. Beer Advocate kind of groups them in that category. So I'm not sure if this is a great representation of this particular style. I would much rather try to move on and review some of the actual German Keller beers, the ones that come from Germany, to see if they match up to this, or if there's any differences. So 7.5 out of 10, decent beer for Sam Adams Alpine Lager.